One decision. When I was a teenager, I was goth.
Same.
Okay. Did you write this? Black hair, black clothes, black makeup, even had a pair of combat boots. My friends and I, in typical goth fashion, hung out at the local cemetery. We started going in as a joke, but soon discovered that we liked the peace we found there. That all changed one night. My friend called to see if I wanted to hang out, and I did. None of our other friends were available. They were either working or recovering from partying the night before, so we were on our own. My friend picked me up and we drove up to the cemetery. We were hanging out, smoking cigs, BSing about the latest issue she was having with her boyfriend, when we noticed at the top of the hill we were on, about 100 feet away, a bonfire had been lit. You have to understand that this cemetery was about a block off campus of a major university, and it's not uncommon for college students to go there to party. My friend and I sighed, knowing that we would have to get going soon. It was illegal to be in the cemetery after dark, and we knew the police would show up because some jerks decided they needed a bonfire. We finished off our cigarettes and then took off. Just then, the most horrible stench came wafting down the hill from the direction of the bonfire. My friend gagged and covered her mouth. I groaned and said, "What the hell? What the helly?" My friend shook her head, saying, "I don't know what they're doing. Let's just leave." We got into the car, and one of us suggested, honestly, I don't remember who, maybe we should just go up and see what they're doing. My stomach turned and a cold shiver ran down my body. My friend must have had the same feeling at the same time because we both said, no, we should leave. My friend turned the car on, switched her headlights on, and put the car in reverse, looked over her shoulder before starting to back up. I was still looking up the hill. A figure stepped out front of the bonfire. I could only see a silhouette, but I was sure whoever it was watching us. A feeling of terror hit me, and I said, go, go, go! Go! Ah! Okay, sorry. Getting louder and more panicked with each word. My friend looked back up the hill for a second. Just as the figure took a step toward us, she slammed on the gas and peeled out, going in reverse down the hill. She rammed the gear shift into drive and we were out. We didn't say anything for a while until she said, "What the hell were they burning?" I shook my head. I don't know. She dropped me off at home and I went to bed. The next morning I woke up and went out to the kitchen. My mom was there drinking her morning coffee and I joined her. We asked her about her job for a bit when suddenly she comes out with, "Did you hear what happened last night?" I shrug and say no, I just had gotten up. She tells me that a woman she worked with was kidnapped from a parking garage. Oh my God, I say, did they find her? Yes, but too late. Whoever took her had ended up murdering her. They found her this morning in the cemetery. He tried to dispose of her body in a bonfire. I froze. My brain was going a mile a minute. The realization slowly creeping up. That's what the smell was. Needless to say, I never hung out in the cemetery again. I think back to our decision to leave instead of investigating the fire. That one decision could have changed everything. Dark silhouette in the bonfire. Let's not meet.
Ooh, that's spooky.
Isn't that terrifying? Glad you trusted your gut.
Yeah.
This is one of those, like, you feel it in your gut, you don't know why, and you just go with it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Because especially, like, if you're in a car, you feel like you're a little bit safer, because you could just drive away real quick if they start to come towards you. I'm glad you went home.
Yeah. If I had been walking away from this silhouette on the hill and I smelled something shitty, I'd be like, did you shit yourself? Or like, did you just fart?
Hey man, you like, shitting up there?
No, I would be talking to you. It's me and you in there. I would be like, hey, are you that nervous? Yeah. Like, what's going on? No, but I did imagine at first, you know that the cartoon that's been trending on TikTok with all the people like, wearing, I imagine that, but like around a fire pit. So I imagine a bunch of people, because at first
I was like, like bonfire, a bunch of people doing something in the cemetery. Worse than I thought it was.
Yeah, that's way worse. Mm-hmm. That's way worse, especially with the fact that you could smell it.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that. That would be absolutely terrifying. I'm really glad it started to sound like a horror movie, because OP was like, oh, my friend put it in reverse really fast and then braked and then turned around going downhill. Imagine if they had hit a tree
Yeah.
or something trying to leave.
I'm not good at driving in reverse. I know this. I would have been like backing up very slowly, like 7-point turn because I'm nervous.
Yeah, that would also be me because I also can't back up to save my fucking life. So, my freaking life. I'm trying to stop
we weren't just talking about Mr. Chumness. I feel like that's not the worst thing that's been said on this podcast.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like it's more acceptable to talk about boinking than it is to say the F word, especially on YouTube. I could be wrong.
Start paying us, and I will consider.
We'll do Patreon if you guys want to get more
our exclusive content. Us just being dumb as shit. They should have left that cut out of the episode.
Yeah, why
am I paying
put
for
that
this?
In there?
This is worse.
Yeah, this is terrifying. Also to bring up some smut.
All roads lead to smut.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go.
No, I want to know. You can't.
Well, I was like, what if this is kind of a story of Butcher and Blackbird-esque?
Oh,
where
totally.
It's like a guy who is burning his competition, or not his competition, but the person he's supposed to, and his competition's also over there. But she was like, "Hey, go look! I saw headlights," and he goes up and looks.
But yeah, like in the second one, she's literally like hunting someone to off them.
So it could be that in a dark romance if you want to look at it.
Yeah.
If you want to look at it like that, I don't know.
Someone was like, did the person get caught? He did, driving the woman's car past 2 police officers.
That's dumb. What a fucking idiot.
Uh-huh.
This,
you go.
They said they found the news article, too.
Ooh.
So.
Did you ever tell the authorities? We did, but since we didn't have a description, they had figured the time of death. We didn't have to give an actual statement. They just took our names down and said they would contact us if they needed anything else.
Wild. Did you ever used to hang out in cemeteries at night as a kid?
I did hang out in cemeteries, but it was not for a great reason.
Which one? Did have friends. Okay, so there was I'm not going to name anyone, but there was a cemetery by where a lot of my friends lived, like a whole group of my friends. And we would go there and hang out and do things that kids aren't supposed to do. Teenagers aren't supposed, no, they shouldn't. They aren't supposed to do.
Your brains are developing.
And
say no.
We would hang out in the cemetery there. We did hang out there at night. One time we did a Ouija board there, which was very spooky. But I did have friends who, for the first time ever, became a woman and a man.
Oh, wow. First time. Very exhibitionist.
Yeah, and then the cops came while they were doing
God
thing.
Yep.
So, nightmare. Absolute nightmare. The amount of friends that I can count, this is a little off topic, but not a lot off topic, but the amount of friends that I can say have been doing things in their vehicle and gotten in trouble for it is kind of astounding. Because I've never gotten caught doing anything like that.
Never gotten caught.
Yeah. I'm like, how do you get caught?
Well, your eyes are closed.
Sometimes.
Someone's got to keep their eyes open.
I had a friend in high school who got arrested because him and his girlfriend were doing things in his vehicle in a parking garage at a mall.
I know someone who's done that.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I have. Can't say I've done anything like that in a cemetery either, but I'm making mental note of it right now. For future me.
Yeah. Quentin.
No. Sorry, guys. Is that insensitive?
We might cut this out.
I don't know if
Parts.
that's insensitive. Is it? enlighten me.
I don't think it's sensitive, for sure.
No. And I'm not talking about, like, on somebody's grave. Obviously, that's disgusting.
That's weird.
That's
like,
weird.
What are we, Barry Keoghan? Like, we're not...
Yep, you got me there. See, I try to cut that part out in my brain, and you just ramped it back up immediately.
Just, like...
I don't make a lot of TikToks, and that was one TikTok I did make, because I was like, what the fuck was that? What was that? Why would you do that?
Act it out.
Just like
he was feeling it.
Our podcast name.
What was that? Actually, when we were watching The Conjuring, and they're like, what was that? I was like, us. That's what it was.
I thought that. I was like,
one day when we're like rich and famous and our podcast is owned by like someone who has a lot of movies in their archive, I want them to take from a bunch of different horror movies them saying, what was that? And then it goes to us. It's like, it was us.
Welcome to this episode 355 of the What Was That podcast.
Yeah, welcome to our 12 million bajillion subscribers.
Wow, we're manifesting right now.
Yep. That's what the palm reader said.
350, and we have 20 million followers.
20 million, yeah.
And we
have a studio.
We have a whole studio.
We're paid
have editors.
handsomely.
We have researchers.
Oh, that would be nice.
That would be so nice.
That would be my favorite part.
Yeah. Writers, editors, and researchers. The researchers would definitely be like the top priority.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Researchers and editors would be great.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. And then we
Send us to your friends.
Fabulous houses and book club.
Or a house. I just would like a house. Just let me buy a house. It doesn't need to be big.
I will accept a house.
Yeah.
And an apartment.
My house is, I think, the perfect size.
Yeah.
And
I would like this size of a house.
Yeah. And I feel like that should be something that I can obtain, because my house is not very large.
Nope.
Like, the upstairs finished part is like 1,700 square feet.
Yep.
So, which is large. Don't get me wrong. Very privileged to have the house that I do. But I would like to own it.
Right.
That would be great.
That should be an affordable house.
Yeah.
Very affordable. It should be a like a true
$650,000.
No, it should be a true starter home.
Yeah. $200,000 max.
I was about to say it should be in the twos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not. $650,000.
I believe that, because I've looked at the ones by it.
Yeah. The one next door was selling for 400-something thousand. Mm-hmm. And that one's smaller. Oh my god, I have so many books that have come up on my Libby, and I literally haven't. I don't have time. I have this one that's due in 4 days.
Oh.
And it's 21 hours long. And I've just not been in the mood to listen to books lately. I've been listening to Papa Meat at work all day because he makes me happy.
I've been listening to silence because I think my brain's a bit overstimulated.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. I just like to laugh. So I've been giggling a lot. I've been sitting at my desk like...
Yeah. He's really funny, so that makes sense.
He's so funny.
Hey, Papa Meat, come on our podcast.
So mean, but he's so funny.
He's really... See... Mm-hmm.
That's what
why
I'm
we
saying.
like him.
But see, here's the thing. He always talks about getting age gated. So I'm like, what does that mean?
No children?
No children can like watch his content.
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah.
We talk about getting like railed by monsters, so our content should be age gated.
He tells people to kill themselves. Blur that word, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're fine.
Yeah.
If he's like, what?
Yeah.
And we're just like, Mr. Tumnus, come into my wardrobe. That's different. Still not good, but different.
Come into my wardrobe. Come into my boxed wardrobe.
Have you listened to Sabrina Carpenter's new album?
I have not yet.
There's one song where she's like singing about a house tour, and she's like, none of this is a metaphor. And she's like talking about like, I just want you to come inside, but never come into the back door. It's so
Hell
funny.
Yeah. Hell yeah. If you enjoyed that little story, be sure to watch the full episode here.
And make sure you like, subscribe, and all that jazzy.
Jazzy? I see what you did there. Wait, what was that?